All right, I know I haven't been on here in a while. I went on vacation and I was waiting on parts for Mark. I know I always say that, he wants it back quick or wants to get it going, but I can't control how he buys the parts and brings them over. So it takes a while for him to get going, but hey, it's his car. So, but anyway, I'm replacing the fuel filter. This is the style that he's going to. I pulled the gasket out of the top, so this one's pretty hard and brittle. I got the new one down here, but yeah, let me see this here. You'll probably hear the humming because the air conditioner's on. So, but that's the style that he's going back to. It's an older style. It's not the newer ones that you see. New ones that are the inline type deal. Oh, about that long, this big around. So this is the style he wanted to go to, so that's what we're gonna do. So I just put the new filter up in there, or the new O-ring. It sits right up inside of here. Put it up in there. So the next thing is just to grab this and put it up there, and it's got a nut right here, or a bolt that screws into the top there. So I'm gonna get that done. All right, that's said and done. Tighten the bolt up at the top, which squeezes the canister up towards the top. So that's taken care of. I'll get out of here, get back on the top. Hang on. All right, so from a previous video, I got these on here. Just I told him I needed these, but these fittings here, so he didn't get them. So I'm pulling these out of the fittings that I have. Like I said, ignore the wires for right now. They're not. After we get it started, then we'll go ahead and clean some of this up. But we just want to get it running, see what the motor does. Like I said, it's been sitting for 24 years, so we just want to see what it's going to do. So, like I said, the fittings, I needed two 45s. He didn't even order those. He didn't even get those, so I'm going to use a 90 here. It's going to look goofy, but I'm going to use it. I don't care. And then I'm going to use one of the 45s I have out of there. So, and then on the regulator here, I'm going to have to unbolt that. I'm going to have to move it down because on the coil it's getting in the way. If I put a fitting here, there, it's going to hit up against there. So if I put a fitting on this side, it's going to hit. So I'm going to move this down, get that down there, move it. So let me get all that done. I want to get the fuel lines made up, get it done to get it taken care of, because I'm ready to start it. So here we go. Let me move this down. Like I said, I got this lowered down, the regulator, fuel regulator. I got this on. Still didn't bring me the right fitting, so I just used what I had around here. So got that curled around here. I got a straight coming out, and these look goofy. So, but yeah, I told him I needed 45s, so that's the way I'm gonna run it. We can change them out later. I made it to where all I had to do is disconnect it here off of here. So if he gets the 45 fitting here, we just take that off and put it on the 45. So anyway, that's what it looks like. He did also bring some brake lines over. They're pre-bent, so I got to mess with all that. I know it's not going to go back because this has been tubbed out, but at least to me it gets me a little bit ways back, and then I can figure out the rest. But it will be correct for the front, so I get all that done. And then once I get that ran, the master cylinder hooked in, and the proportioning valve, I can get underneath ran, and then I can get it to where it comes out over here, and then I'll measure the hose that we need. I think it's a braided hose, so I get that figured out. He did bring over a U-joint that goes from Chevy to Ford, but the only bad thing about that is I just went ahead and got the U-joints out here. It does fit the Ford end, the diff, third member, but these caps aren't big enough for the drive shaft. So as you can tell, so it's the right length across, but like that there. So what I'm gonna have to do is get a U-joint with a bigger cap, just a little bit bigger of a cap on these ends. So figure that out, because the one he got, it's not gonna work. Just trying to do with what I got. He still didn't bring over that little bitty fuse for the fuel, or for the fuse box. I'm gonna have to jumper that wire over like I did before to fire it up. So yeah, and then I told him I needed some fittings, or some fittings for the battery, and I didn't get those either. So I don't know, just having a heck of a time. I know he doesn't know too much about it, about the car, about cars, very few, but I try to go over it with him, what I need. So I don't know. I'll see if I got those for the battery terminal. Go from there. Yeah, let me look for those. Well, I had to redo it. Sorry about the traffic. I got the garage door open, and then I got an exhaust fan back there going. Had a leak. I don't know why a fitting wouldn't tighten down onto the regulator, so I redone. I put a different one on instead of a I guess you'd call it a 180 fitting. I put a 90 on there, so now it comes out and goes up. The other fitting, you can see threads still. It'd be fully tightened, but you'll still see threads. So this one you don't. So something was wrong with that fitting, I guess. Anyway, I got it. I pumped the carburetor a couple times. It does have gas going to it. So, like I said, now, tomorrow, I'm going to see if I can get different connectors for these. Could put those on there and just put everything on this side and tighten it down. I could do that just to see what it'll do. And man, these things are so messed up, but I want to do that overnight. So yeah, all right, it's gonna be for the next day. At least I got that done. I got the fuel lines done. I got the fuel filter in. I did get the swivel neck here. I don't want to put that radiator hose on yet because I still got to mess with this upper bracket. I got to take this back off because I got to tighten that Allen head, screw this down in there. so I don't want to put that on yet. I'm gonna get it running first. So he did bring paint over that I was talking about for the frame. So whenever he gets around to doing that, these are the fittings for the back of the brakes that the braided line will connect to. So like I said, after I get the brake lines on, and I'll measure that. I guess he's got, the metal prep. I guess you put that on before you paint it. Huh. But yeah, that's, he brought some oil over. He brought his power steering pump over right there. Let him mess with that. And then he brought his windshield wiper motor back over. So I gotta get that back on. That will plug up that hole right there. So that's it. Till the next day. I know it's taken a while, but you know, I can't control it. But anyway, we're getting there. See you guys. Thanks. Like and subscribe again. Appreciate it. Thank you.